Just because time is a commodity does not mean you have to forego gourmet meals. That's a claim from a beautiful new cookbook by Gena Knox called Gourmet Made Simple, a fresh approach to flavor. She joins me live this morning to talk about the book and share a recipe for chilled avocado soup with smoky tomatoes. It sounds delicious.
Yes, it is. It's very easy to make, and that's the great thing about my cookbook is all the recipes are so easy to do, and they're quick enough to do during the week if you're just cooking for your family. But they're gourmet enough to do on the weekends when you're entertaining or having a fun grill out now that summer's here.
And what's the key to cooking gourmet? Just using fresh ingredients?
Yes, I'm a big believer in using fresh ingredients, and all the ingredients in these recipes are very easy to find. And you know, you've got your great farmers markets coming up now. All kinds of beautiful produce and vegetables are in season. And just having your simple tools in the kitchen. You don't have to have a lot of gadgets. Just, you know, your basic stuff like sharp knives and my favorite tool, which is a microplane for zesting. But yeah, just basic easy things in the kitchen, and you're on your way.
All right, take advantage of the farmer's market is key too.
Absolutely.
You know, kind of shopping locally.
Absolutely.
So today you're going to make this chilled avocado soup. Where do we start?
Well, it's super easy. You do it all in a blender. So you basically start with a couple of avocados, which I've got here in the blender, and about 2 cups of chicken stock. And you can use vegetable stock as well.
Okay.
And you add some English cucumber. And I use English because you don't have to seed it. It's the long cucumbers, and they're usually individually wrapped. It's about a half a cucumber, if you lose a few here.
Okay.
And then about a half of a sweet onion. I'm from Georgia, so I like to use Vidalias.
Okay.
But those sweet onions aren't quite as strong, and they give a little bit of hint of sweetness. And then we do a little bit of citrus zest, and microplane's my favorite tool to use. It's just a great way. You know, zest really adds a lot of flavor to dishes. You're not adding any fat to it.
So a lemon zest then?
Lemon zest, and then you would squeeze the juice of this one lemon in there.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Okay.
And just puree it. And that's all you do. You've got a cup of buttermilk that we add in there for a little bit of creaminess. You puree it, and then you spoon it in your bowls, and I've topped these with smoky tomatoes, which I cooked actually on the grill on a cedar plank. I've cooked a lot of grilling plank recipes.
I'm glad you bring that up, because you talk about grilling planks a lot in this book, and I know that's kind of a specialty of yours.
It is. Well, you know, I'm a big believer in eating healthy, and plank grilling is a great way to add a really nice smoky flavor to your food without adding any fat to it.
And describe it for folks that, if they don't know what the plank is.
Well, here's a plank right here, and it's actually a piece of wood. You can use cedar, alder, or maple. You soak it in water for an hour, lay it right on top of your grill grates. You can do cedar plank salmon. We did tomatoes in this case. You just lay the food right on the plank, close the lid to your grill, and let it cook.
Wow. How many times can you use this?
You'll get about 2 uses out of these. And it's really easy to do. It's a foolproof way. It's easy to do seafood this way because you don't have to flip your fish. So it's just kind of a foolproof way of cooking seafood.
And it adds that great smoky
It does.
flavor.
It really does. So that's what we topped our soup with. But this you can also top with fresh shrimp or crab for a light lunch. You know, it's just a really fun, easy thing. And we're serving this with a southern peach salad with toasted pecans.
Nice.
So it's got a lot of great fresh recipes in the book.
And it is that you break them down. They're very gourmet, but yet they don't require a lot of complex ingredients, which can be intimidating to a lot of folks that want to cook something nice and impressive. But sometimes the gourmet recipes call for, you know, one item that's hard to find, you're never going to use it again, and you spend quite a bit for it.
That is so true. All the recipes have easy-to-find ingredients, and the recipes are laid out so simple. I mean, there are minimal ingredients in each recipe, so even if you're not a gourmet cook and you've never cooked before, this is a great starter for you.
Well, it is. It is simply beautiful, and we're going to dive right into this in just a little bit.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And check out the book that she has there, Simply Gourmet. We've actually posted this recipe, if you didn't get a chance to write it down, on our website, NBC11.com. Just look under featured links. Thanks again.
Thank you.